yes, and even then you push against the sun, a blazing eye in the palm of your hand, a tunnel running through your life, running through your veins. For when my son tells me, I want to make good music, Mama. I want to make good music. Yes, and please, yes, and please, God Almighty. Yes, and praise with dance and praise. Yes, and dance and praise. For when my daughter asks to pray, yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and you can sing when you are blue, when you are not blue. Bluebirds do, do, do. Yes, and you can fly, multiply your harvest, that good music. Found liberation songs for our children after Sonia Sanchez. Yes, and we gon' do that. Gonna be the daughters of Sonia's songs. Gonna be the Simon of Jesus's passion. Gonna be the hair of Samson. Gonna be the Pegasus of Muhammad's prophecy. Gonna be the jewel on Esther's crown. Gonna be the healer to Tupac's wound. Gonna be the rose that grew. Gonna be the beautiful black ones blooming in a dark room. So beware, stepper, beware, 'cause we sisters gonna be here. Gonna be the op against oppression. Gonna be the praise through depression. And you know we gonna do that. No more meetings about Whitey, Wonder Bread, who did us wrong. No more memorials for the gone, the beautiful black ones. Gonna be the wind in Lucille's sail. Gonna be clover in our pockets. Gonna be the kiss of Baldwin's eye. Gonna be poets and the phoenix. Gonna be all kinds of light. Gonna be shine and ash. Gonna be all types of colors like black and blue and yellow and black and blue and red and yellow and black and red and yellow and black. We gon' do that.
Snap. Hi. Welcome back again, everyone, to Speak Your Mind. Give it up for our talent today, our featured artist, Brianna Bencosme Bido. Did I say it right?
Yes, absolutely. Bencosme Bido.
Bencosme Bido.
Yes.
Excellent. So thank you so much. Profound, really good. It felt like there was a little, like, it was like jazz, like modern jazz, like classic jazz, a little bit of everything mixed up in there. So it was so good. So lots of snaps, lots of snaps.
Oh, thank you.
So today we have a very interesting writing prompt that Brianna brought to us on automatic writing.
Yeah.
So you're going to write a 5 to 10 line poem on automatic writing. But you have to learn the process because it's a little bit different than some of the other processes that we've done. And so Brianna is going to talk us through it so you can sort of see what in the world is automatic writing.
Yeah.
So what is automatic writing?
Yeah, so it's a surrealist method by a French poet named André Breton. And basically he said that this is thoughts out of control, right? So he also called it the pure psychic mechanism of thoughts, right? So the goal is to detach from logic, right? You don't want to attach too much to that inner editor who's telling you, this period goes here, this was a grammar mistake, this isn't making sense, this isn't profound enough, which I think is really the issue sometimes that we have in starting poems, right? We want to maybe chase a meaning, and with this, we're actually running away from it. We're actually running away from the meaning. So I tend to say, let your hand have a mind of its own. So you're not thinking as much as you are just writing, right? So it's going to feel random, and it's a little bit trickier, as you may have experienced. It's a little bit trickier than what it seems at first, because as humans, we want to use our logic so badly, right? We want it to sound perfect, right? But the first part of this is just writing for however long.
Writing for however long. And we're going to give you a little demo, a little taste test. So Brianna is going to do one. I am as well, and she's going to talk us through it. So we're going to do the automatic writing part. I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute. So when I press start on the timer, what exactly? And you can follow along at home, or you can, pause the tape and go back to it, or you could just watch, just so you get an understanding of what we're doing. So when I press play. When I press start on the 1 minute timer, what am I doing?
You are just writing. You are just writing, and you don't want to think about anything. Weird things are going to come up, right? You might start talking about laundry, and then in the next second you're talking about your mom, and in the next second. But the point is that you don't want it to make sense.
Okay.
You don't want it to make
sense, and just writing until the timer goes off.
Right.
Okay.
People like to make sense.
Okay.
Don't make it make sense.
Don't make any sense, and just keep writing until the timer goes off. So you want to give it a go?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, so let me get my timer going, and on the mark, get set, go. Woo, wow, that felt like a long time.
Yeah. It tires out your hand. Imagine doing this also then for longer.
Yeah.
And you get even more, I think, out of this.
Wait till you see what I did at home.
I'm excited,
All right, but first, let's break down. Okay, so so this is what I wrote. Okay. So I'm going to just read to you everything I wrote.
Sure.
You can read to me everything you wrote, and then you could take us through the next step.
Absolutely.
And I did my best to not make sense.
Right.
I really did not make sense. And if I can even read it, because it's like, you said I had nice handwriting, so that's really my handwriting.
Oh, the handwriting is the first thing that goes when you do this, yeah.
All right, walking to the sure hunk. I am hungry to see all birds and doves together. Beach, watch me play, wiggle, talk, say what, or we are not, since I know it is. So far I go with it now to be us, to rock on a level field of.
Ooh. I love that.
Okay.
Already. And you see, I think it's because I'm already thinking of the next part of this, right? Where's the poem at, right? So I'm like, as soon as you started reading that, I'm like listening for, okay, what are the parts here that really stick with me? And you know what part really does stick with me from that? The I'm hungry part. And you know why?
Because I'm really hungry.
Yes, and you know, because when you're trying to write this fast and you're trying to let go of logic, and you are succeeding at letting go of the logic, your brain does something where it's like, wait, come back to your body now. Come back to your body. You're getting too far. And so what you'll see is that you start describing these sort of bodily things, and if you're feeling hungry in the moment, that's the first thing that's going to come back, because you really feel that, you know? Your brain is like trying to find its way back. Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
And I want to play.
Yes, and you want to play. Yes, I love that.
Can I hear what you wrote?
Absolutely. So I said, the that's the point of TV crashes into the Oval Offices are split in two worlds are east of heaven, and the tree Alice falls without knowing her name, her hair eats itself, and this is why the breaks of rocks.
Ah, beautiful. That's a poem. I can hear the poem in that too. That's really cool.
I think after doing it a couple of times, your eye gets really good at like, I just really feel drawn to whatever that is. Right? Like whatever small phrase there. Maybe not the whole thing, because the whole thing might not make too much sense to you. But it's weird. It's like this inner puzzle that only you really understand. If you start writing this for even longer days at a time, it starts to feel like, what are these like pieces or fragments that seems like of my subconscious that are like coming forward here, which is why other people might look at it and be like, what is that? But maybe there's something in there that for whatever reason you strongly resonate with because it came fully out of your subconscious when you're really successful at doing this, right?
And what I like is like listening to yours, I was getting so much imagery, you know, because I wasn't so focused on the words and trying to understand the meaning.
Right.
It allowed my brain just to go to this visual place that I saw, like waves crashing against rocks and just kind of like this wind spinning. So I think it did help me to disconnect from, because we do that a lot in poetry. What does this mean? What does that poem mean? We have to listen for every little beat and figure out like, what are they saying? What's the form? And it can be so cerebral. And it's an art form that's supposed to be just so etheric.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, you're so right about that. And I think that is kind of what scares some people away, which is why I was so excited to do this prompt, because it's like, hopefully we can see that it's not all about this sort of like chase for meaning. I had a mentor who told me that it's like, sometimes, you know, it's like you're a rocket ship, right? Or it's like your poem is a rocket ship, right? And you want to steer it. But in reality, in poetry, you know, it's better to explore and to discover and to find little things that excite you and bring you joy, right? Rather than try to find the destination. I was just telling my students the other day, the mechanism, the way that we arrive somewhere is so much more important than the place that we get to, right? And I think that there is like this, like that's the same thing in life. I mean, there's a saying, right, that it's about the journey.
About the journey,
right? It's about the journey. And in reality, in poetry, it's very childlike in that way, where it's like, I just, like in yours, I just want to play. I just want to go to the beach.
But there's this next step, so let's go to the next step. Everyone in the audience now like, okay, airy fairies. You can tell there are two little fairies here. They're like, but what's the process? I'm like, I heard you. All right, so there are steps, so it is very free, but there are steps. The first step is the automatic writing. A minute, as we see, is long enough to get some good substance. So now what's step 2?
Okay, now step 2 is to just read it back to yourself and highlight anything, any word or any phrase, or it could be a full line. Maybe you wrote a full line that you really connect with. It could be whatever stands out to you. And now you're just gonna highlight it so that you know that this is what's gonna come back up later.
Okay, so in your expert opinion, what would I highlight here? Or do you prefer me just go in and highlight what I think?
Honestly, the thing is like, I feel like this is so much about you that I'm gonna let you kind of, what speaks to you?
Okay. Well, on a level field, I like that. Me play wiggle, I like that.
Oh yeah.
And birds and dove, and then beach watch.
Ooh.
So
I
I'm
like
gonna
the sound of that.
do those.
Beach watch.
Beach watch.
Beach watch. I like that.
And would you like the highlighter?
Okay. Thank you.
And then you can talk us through what you're highlighting and why.
I think the first thing that I want is TV crashes.
TV crashes.
TV crashes. And then the next thing is Oval Office.
Oval Office.
The word split. Two worlds. East of heaven falls without knowing itself. Breaks rocks.
Now, are you just going with like just a gut feeling,
With
or
a gut
are
feeling.
you also having like a conversation with yourself?
Yeah.
What is your inner process as you were highlighting?
It's honest. It's a gut feeling when you first look at it, right? Because it's kind of. Have you ever heard of? And I don't want to butcher her name, Marie Kondo. Have you heard of her method?
Tidying up?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you
Spark
heard
of joy?
Yes. And you know, do you know her little piece of advice where it's like, if you're looking through your closet and you touch a piece of clothing and it doesn't speak to you, then why do you have it? Then you
it's so
shouldn't keep it,
true.
right?
Yeah.
And so in poetry,
Love
it's
her
like,
method.
oh yeah, me
Yeah.
too. And so it's like the same thing. It's like, if I look at this word, if I touch this word, and it does nothing for me, there's no space for it in this poem.
Okay, good.
But you still have it, right? So
Beautiful.
you could always
so your
use it later.
step one is you're doing your automatic writing. You set your timer for a minute. It could be longer, it could be shorter. Second, you're highlighting those things that resonate with you, speak to you.
Yes.
It could be a spark of joy, but it can also be like a version of what you don't want to. Because I think sometimes the things that like you avoid can be trying to come out, especially in poetry, because poetry, we don't, it doesn't always have to be the fun, great, joyful stuff. Like therapeutic poetry, which I teach a lot of, goes into those depths.
Yeah.
And then next is going to be writing the poem, correct? And so we only have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So would you recommend people just spend some time contemplating what they want to write, or is it better just to go in and just write it out?
Okay, so this is the part where now you're free really to just go in. Do you really want to edit this? You could continue to edit this for a long time and make it make sense. But according to Breton, right, the originator of this idea, right, he says no editing. So you picked it out, now it's there. So it's like, I would write it out and then I'd sit with it for a little while. And then I'd think, do I want to edit this more? Do I want to make it make sense? Or is do I see it working the way that it is just now, unedited?
And you can give like linking, add sentences to it.
You can use like articles if you need to put and the. Definitely feel it out, but you want to work first with that base that you've pulled out.
Okay.
Right.
So what I'm going to have us do is let's go to what we wrote. Just for the sake of time, I'll have to have you back on, of course, to see what you created from this, what we just did, and what I created. Maybe we can even like have you throw it up on the Facebook group, because we have Speak Your Mind on Facebook. So super duper quick. I did it for I set the timer for 5 minutes, but after 4 minutes I was spent. Highlighted what I wanted. And I'm going to read you what I wrote.
Please.
It's very corny, but I did it. I lined my paper. Help me now, do I feel this life is empty, with inspiration everywhere, but no wings to lift me. Looking for my glory, might has been my only friend. For something ought to give, help me, see me bend. Time to rest this dark skin, which my temper often flares. I quit at being slave to this live to work despair. Please fly with me, my dear angels, put arches in my shoes. Pull me out of stuckness, divine me no more confused. And it really literally was from what I highlighted. I do think when I did the automatic writing, I think I was a little bit more cerebral than we were right now. So I'm definitely excited to play with what we just did, because I think that was a little bit more suspended from my, my logical brain. But I would love to hear what you wrote.
Yeah, so this actually, this is a good example too of what we just did. So I did not edit this.
Okay.
Right? So this was what I pulled out from the piece, and then the only editing that was really done with this is the spacing, but not the words.
Okay.
Right? So it's just really the lines on the page might look a little bit different than how they originated. So this is from Reveries, right? Silent snow, reaper, brothers, tears, an eyelash, the iridescent wink of monarch wings, a royal nose like a rose, an ear for smelling blood hounds that trail behind as I breathe, sharp, star, blasts into night, breaks against waves burning on the shore, burnt sand fighting back, that mime heart, a pearl in the whale, obtuse face in the waters emerging, septum on the center of a cosmic stage, a shiny vacation getaway, brochure rubbing the thumb back, squeaking at the sneaker, my brother's shoe is small, alone in a grocery store with so much space and no police around to notice his pockets. Just eat whatever sweets he wants to, cry when he eats it, he dies that way.
Snap, snap. You're going to do some more poetry for us, right?
Yes.
Okay, stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. More from Brianna.
Too late, villain L. My first villain L. Cotton candy candle on the cake, sparkly frost, moss, and delicate princess, toes piercing the crunchy chocolate. Underneath, the ants ramble about me. Even the dirt understood. I wanted to speak with Sleeping Beauty, join the animal choir in the woods where buried and free creatures recess, sang. Typically, I did 2 acts that day. There was snow in Connecticut, casual and fantastically punctual. It was my God did way makeshift movie magic, unusual and austere, the winded fantasies compressed into the crease on my forehead, a rule, like a snowflake's hidden equation, geometric tool of a never-ending story which is cruel, that serious rule. That was the lesson of Act 2, the vampire princess under attack in a pool where I drowned, melted deep inside, and was found, sadly, too late. Brianna, come inside, ya está bien. But I had so many dreams to catch, to do. So little time, I thought. I had a village to run, a coup to stage on the world, but a period tamed me. The sun each morning, the full moon, 2 lids, my one-man band and crew I chewed out because I played long and homework was due. Personal proverb. Mama always used to say the state of my locker was the state my friends knew my mind was in. Disconnect, Connecticut, long winter, etc. Born and raised by immigrants from an island, so cleanliness was close to the state I was in. Danbury, Dominican, middle-class rebellion. I was a staunch atheist on my way to become a Pauline epistle clincher. Mama knew, but she wasn't one for too much politics. I got shoes. They finna call you La de las Botas Negras, 'cause you wear them damn kitten booties every day like nobody's business. Like you ain't got no shoes, no clothes, no business. Don't you know how prim and proper the prosperous are? And why you so moody all the time, like you the only one round here trying to get by? You wear the fast on your face all gray and skinny. And don't you know you not supposed to pray out in the street so people see and call you godly? Them damn Jesuits want to see everybody in distressed leather. And they got you preaching? You must think you Mother Teresa or something. Well, let me tell you something about Calcutta, Miss Uppity. That woman ain't no saint, baptizing in the name of the Father, Son, and Pope John Paul II. Don't you know you lose abundance when you put your purse down on the ground, girl? Look at the line going up the stairway to heaven. You see anybody here without a clean white polo tee, girl? y'all please. Poverty ain't a personality, honey. And don't nobody want to see a pretty educated girl in a hoopty. Plus, the Pope ain't coming out the Vatican unless he got something to sell ya. So who you performing for? Jesus ain't ask you to suffer.